Welcome back, you guys, and we haven't done one of these types of videos in a while. These what happened videos are usually reserved for players at the end of their careers or players who have been out of the league. It's not the best feeling in the world doing these videos for a 22-year-old, but for some young players, you get to a point where it's like, okay, what is happening here? So what's happening to Josh Jackson's NBA career, the number 4 pick in the 2017 NBA draft? Josh had so much promise going into his rookie year that when all 30 NBA GMs did their yearly survey with NBA.com, Josh had the most votes for being the best player of the 2017 class in 5 years. Unless a massive shift in health and development hits the 2017 draft class in the next few years, Josh Jackson will not be the best player out of his group, and that will be Ben Simmons. Let's talk about why Josh was so coveted going into the draft, why his time in Phoenix didn't work out, and why he was eventually traded. Josh Jackson was very accomplished in his high school and college basketball career. On most scouting sites, he was either number 1 or the number 2 ranked player in the 2016 class. At his one season in Kansas, he proved why he was taken seriously as a prospect in high school. He was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year and a second-team All-American. Josh is a 6'8" athletic forward that could score around 16 points per game, bring down 7 rebounds, be a secondary playmaker, and will compete on defense. 6'8" small forwards that can do those things are very valuable in the NBA, and what made him a projected top 5 pick in the draft with Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball, and Jason Tatum. A college basketball writer said this about Josh Jackson in 2017. "You don't have to run plays for him. I think one day he could be a Jimmy Butler type guy. He has shooting deficiencies, but they went in at Kansas. I don't know how they went in, but they did. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. If he's able to shoot, he'll be a Grant Hill or an Andre Iguodala. If he doesn't, he'll be like Corey Brewer, which is still pretty good." Now that's a pretty wide gap right there. He has the potential to be a 25-point, 5-rebound, 5-assist guy like Grant Hill, or a decent role player like Corey Brewer. So Phoenix selected him with the 4th pick of the 2017 draft, and the next pick was De'Aaron Fox, which is something we will look back at and say, man, the Suns messed up here. Imagine if they had Devin Booker and De'Aaron Fox in their backcourt. Not to mention, around this time, Kyrie Irving was asking out of Cleveland, and it was reported that the Phoenix Suns wouldn't include Josh Jackson in a possible Kyrie deal. One thing that is glossed over about them passing up on De'Aaron Fox is that the Suns had Eric Bledsoe already. Point guard was not a position of need back in 2017. This was before the "I don't want to be here" tweet that Eric Bledsoe put out there. You guys remember that? The organization thought Eric Bledsoe wanted to be here and was going to be their starting point guard for the entire season, so drafting a point guard to play backup minutes behind somebody that just averaged 21 points and 6 assists did not make sense at the time. Getting a 6'8" forward that can grow into a high-level 3-and-D player next to Devin Booker and Josh Jackson made the most sense at the time. NBA players who have had some of the most important stretches in the past, 10 years, have been wing players. Guys that are around 6'6" to around 6'9", 6'10", who can defend, dribble, and score. Those are the guys that win games. Guys like LeBron, Kobe, Kawhi, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Jimmy Butler. And you don't even have to look at perennial all-star players. People like Andre Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, Danny Granger, Gordon Hayward, or Chris Middleton made an impact to their team's win total in the regular season and in the playoffs. Those are the type of wing players every team wants to have in their starting lineup, and a lot of the time, those guys decide who wins and loses on a given night. So adding Josh Jackson, who is 6'8", a high-level athlete, has scoring skills, and can grow into a positive defender to a team with Devin Booker and Eric Bledsoe made sense. You have a 20-point-per-game scorer at the point guard position, you have a 22-point-per-game scorer at the shooting guard position, and now you have a rookie who can eventually grow into a 6'8" jack-of-all-trades small forward. That was the future. You build around those three and fill out the roster where it is needed. But that was just talk. Eric Bledsoe was gone to Milwaukee in a trade, and Josh's rookie year went not so great. Most of the rookie discussion last year was talking about Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum, and Markelle Fultz. Outside of a few days during the year, Josh mainly played without much national criticism, but in Phoenix, he was already getting called a possible bust. In his rookie season, Josh shot 26% from the three-point line, which is flat out terrible for a perimeter player that was considered a top 5 draft pick. Being able to make three-point shots at an average rate makes things so much easier for yourself and your team's offense. his defense was not something to get excited about as well early on. If Josh is not making smart decisions when he's dribbling, making three-point shots at a respectable level, and the competitive, gritty defense he was known for in college and high school is not being displayed, then you gotta start questioning, man, what is going on here? You can't be a 3-and-D player like Andre Iguodala if you're not going to be good at making threes or playing defense. It's just that simple. It also did not help that the Suns were also dealing with 2 lottery picks that weren't living up to expectations before Josh. Marquise Chris, the number 8 pick in the 2016 draft, wasn't working out, and Dragan Bender, the number 4 pick in the 2016 draft, was looking bad as well. When you factor in those 2 missed draft picks and Josh Jackson not playing well, it just amplified the talk from Suns fans of, we really just drafted another guy who can't fit in our starting lineup with Devin Booker. Then head coach Jay Triano said to the media that Josh early in his rookie season did not have much discipline. He was not disciplined within Phoenix's team offense and defense, and from showing up on time to weight room workouts. But he eventually turned it around after the All-Star break. In the final 21 games of the season, Josh averaged 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and shot 44% from the field. He didn't shoot well from 3 and turned the ball over at the same rate as he did pre-All-Star break, but you saw more from him as a scorer, which was good. You saw flashes of what he can grow into. He was picked to the NBA's All-Rookie second team. But that momentum from his first season did not carry into his second year. From October 2018 to December 2018, Josh averaged 9 points, shot below 40% from the field, shot below 30% from the field, and another concerning thing about those first 3 months is that Josh averaged more turnovers than assists. Averaging more turnovers than assists is an indication that you struggle with the feel for the game and struggling to play within the team offense. Now, to be fair, most 21-year-olds aren't high-level playmakers, and the Suns aren't exactly the most functional team, but you need to show flashes or you're going to get taken out of the lineup, and that is what happened in November 2018. Josh lost his starting spot to Mikal Bridges, the rookie forward Phoenix just drafted in the 2018 draft. Josh's poor shooting and playmaking kept him from getting consistent minutes early on in the year. Bridges was pretty much what Phoenix was hoping for when they were drafting Josh. He's a better three-point shooter, a smarter defender, and made better decisions with the ball. He fits that 3-and-D mold. So while Josh was in the middle of a disappointing season on the court, he also disappointed fans off the court as well. Back in February, Josh was scheduled to be at a Phoenix grocery store for an autograph signing, but he did not show up. This event was verified by the Phoenix Suns social media account. They posted about it and he did not show up. The 2 funny things about the situation is, the Suns tweeted and later deleted a video thanking fans for showing up to the event, but once time passed and it was clear that Jackson was not showing up, fans were tweeting about Josh's no-show and they were rightfully frustrated. James Jones, who is the GM of the Suns, had to show up for damage control and tell the fans Josh was not coming. He tried making it up to them with free beer, mailed autographs, and tickets to a game. So what was Josh Jackson doing when he was supposed to be at a grocery store with fans? On his Instagram story, he was celebrating a friend's birthday at a restaurant 10 miles away from the event at the time of his autograph signing. This story is the Phoenix Suns of the last 5 years. Hope, then disappointment, another whiff of hope, then more disappointment. Now, to be fair, Josh did have a better second half of the season. He got his three-point shot up to 32%, which isn't good, but still better than his rookie year. He had some good scoring nights against Utah and Houston in the second half of the year, but no consistent stretches of quality play. Josh is this awesome athlete, but he shot 53% at the rim, which is slightly below the league average. Josh's turnover rate was still awful, and now with Kelly Oubre on the team and Mikal Bridges being better, you could already picture the rumors of the Suns trading Josh Jackson. He did not build off that rookie year, and the bust talk got louder. The Suns now missed on 3 straight lottery picks from 2016 to 2017. It got tough for Suns fans after the season because more Josh Jackson off the court nonsense picked up. 3 months ago at the Rolling Loud Music Festival, Josh tried to enter the VIP area multiple times without a proper VIP pass. Not only was he handcuffed by police for trying to enter, he ran away from the police and he was then charged with escape and resisting arrest. And then a month later, court documents leaked that Josh is being accused of using marijuana around his 5-month-old daughter. He was being accused by the mother of his child, and Josh said in statements that he doesn't use it when he's around his child. Yeah, so not a great 2 months for Josh, but eventually he was involved in a multiplayer deal that sent him to the Memphis Grizzlies. After being heralded as possibly the next Jimmy Butler or Grant Hill, Josh was moved in a deal that many people forgot about. Now, hopefully this is a moment of enlightenment like it was for D'Angelo Russell. Now, D'Lo was better than Josh obviously at the time of his trade, but he had a wake-up call, and now hopefully this wakes up Josh. Here is the roster for the Memphis Grizzlies this upcoming season. The depth chart is a bit off, but he is going to be the backup small forward behind Jay Crowder. There isn't any top 5 draft pick expectations here for Josh. It's going to be, can you help us off the bench this year? The Grizzlies are not competing for a playoff spot. It's going to be about the development of Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson with veterans like Jonas Valanciunas to help stabilize the offense and the rebounding. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know the ins and outs of the new coaching staff of the Memphis Grizzlies, but from what we've seen the front office do in the last 2 months, making trades around the margins to get back draft picks and useful players, it seems like they're trending in a positive direction. Can the coaching staff get Josh Jackson to do the things he does well within the framework of the team? He is a big-time athlete, so he should be a good team defender. He has that capability. The question is, can he play within a quality offense? This team should play fast with Jaren Jackson, Ja Morant, so maybe Josh can do well in this environment. Do I have any Grizzlies fans watching this? Do you have any expectations for him on the team now? His time in Phoenix had a mix of bad and good due to his own doing and stuff that was out of his control. We'll find out if being in a new environment is what takes him out of the bust category in about 6 to 9 months. So that is it for this edition of What Happened to This NBA Player. Again, is there another player I should do this for? I was thinking about doing for Frank Ntilikina, maybe in the middle of next season if he's not playing well. I'm trying to think of other ones, but I'm struggling to come up with them. So I'll see you guys soon with videos about the Knicks and the Clippers offseason.